squishing us in here.
Coach, just how happy were you if it seemed like a really big team win? I mean, stingy defensively, but also a really good offensive game.
Yeah, I thought it's one of the better games we played all year. You think in terms of it's our third game in 4 nights, traveling coast to coast. I thought we played with a ton of energy. We did a real good job just playing on top of them in the offensive zone. I thought we did a great job getting up in fives, just 5-man units in all 3 zones against a team that is as stingy defensively as they are. I thought we did a real good job in, trying to get inside on them, trying to, create opportunities and force them to have to defend the net front. That was one of the things we talked about before the game. I thought the guys did a great job.
How do you think he handled that top line?
Great. I thought he played really well. He's had a handful of games here where he's noticeable in making an impact with his speed, his tenacity. He can shoot the puck. He's been hard on the boards, hard on the walls. He's competing in the puck battles. When he does that, he's an effective player.
Kevin Hayes, just what have you seen from him in the second stint since he was a healthy scratch? What is he doing differently better the second time around?
I just think he's skating. I think he's moving his feet. He's staying close in the offensive zone with his line mates. He has good offensive instincts, and I think everybody sees that and acknowledges that. But 5-on-5 is, and part of it maybe coincidentally we moved him into the middle also, and I think he's been better in the middle than he was in the wing. That's just been my observation since we brought him back. That's where we put him, and he's done a good job. He's good in the face-off circle, but he's moving his feet in all 3 zones. He's tracking back, and his offensive capability, I think, is evident both 5-on-5 and also on the power play. So, and he has a certain swagger to him. He has a confidence about him. That I think is good for our team. The mustache is good too.
Thoughts on Ned's performance?
Ned was solid. I thought he made some timely saves for us. The 5-on-3 goals. Was a tough one. That's Kempy's one time where he hits the crossbar, I think, on one of them, and then scores on the other. It's a goal scorer's goal. But I thought other than that, I thought he played really well. He made timely saves for us. His puck play, I think, helps us get out of our end. Just the exchanges with our defensemen were clean. There was one really late in the game there that we would have liked to have back, but other than that, I thought his exchanges with our D were really clean. And when you're playing against a team that's trying to establish a heavy forecheck, that's really beneficial for the group.
Mike, you mentioned the travel schedule. Your team's been good in the second night on back-to-backs this season. It's an older team, not really supposed to work that way. Well, what's the reasoning for why they've been so good in these situations, do you think?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think there might be an assumption that when you have a team that's a little bit older that they may require rest. My experience has been just the opposite. That I think they're at their best when they may require a little more work, and I think our team tends to respond to that. And so, we use the analogy. Maybe it's a good one, maybe it isn't, but if you can keep a soldier out of harm's way, or you can make him hard to kill. We're trying to make him hard to kill.
You got this. What's it like for a visiting team coming in, knowing it's going to be an emotionally charged building, first game for them since the Wildfires?
Yeah, it was something that we talked about before the game, and just the importance of managing the game, in particular in the first 10 minutes. We knew it was going to be an emotional night in the building, for all the right reasons, and certainly I think our guys and our team is supportive of the endeavor with the Kings, and acknowledging and recognizing the heroism of the fire department and all these first responders that are putting themselves in harm's way to try to help people. That's bigger than any hockey game, and so we knew that it was going to be an emotional game, in particular in the first period, right after those ceremonies. So we just wanted to try to manage those first 10 minutes. I thought our guys did a real good job.
Mike, what was the discussion when Riddick knocked the net off, and Letang was kind of arguing, and I know you guys were arguing on the bench as well?
Yeah, well, the referee said that the net was off well before the play was coming down. I think the net might have been off when the attack was going the opposite way at our net. But I think, give Riddick credit. He pushed the net completely off and it was coming the other way towards his net. And that's a veteran move on his part.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.